Exchange, of course, to the FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange and the NASDAQ OTC Securities Exchange as well. We'll start with the Nigerian stock market. Yesterday, we saw the bears stylishly creeping into the market, of course, on the back of losses of some major heavyweights across most of the blue chip counters. The all-share index dropped about 0.57% to finish at 24,986.02 with a market capitalization of 8.64 trillion naira. As I said, it was on the back of losses recorded by major counters, including Dangote Cement, Seplat, and Lafarge WAPCO. Now, total number of deals came in at 3,191 with a volume of 218.72 million units recorded and a value of 3.89 billion naira. We'll talk more about the results of Guaranty Trust Bank, which was released yesterday to the Nigerian Stock Exchange. And of course, impressive numbers. Chukwuma Anyanwu, who is the head of research at GTI Securities, will be joining me much later on the program to talk a little bit more about these results, which have been quite impressive. So Access Bank results looked good. Zenith Bank also looked good. So it is safe to say that most of the Tier 1 banks will be reporting better than expected numbers, and maybe the markets will react accordingly. So let's talk a little bit about the NASDAQ OTC's market. That segment of the market saw little or no change yesterday as the unlisted securities index closed flat at 611.39 with market capitalization at 413.74 billion naira. Volume came in higher, as well as total number of deals, transactions recorded on that segment of the market yesterday. We saw 16 deals recorded on 117,712 units with a volume of 14.83 million, with a value, I beg your pardon, of 14.83 million naira. And from the FMDQ OTC's market, notice as well that there was kind of mixed sentiment around the treasury bills and, of course, bonds recorded on that segment of the market. Let's quickly run you through some 4 of the 7 benchmark FGN bonds on the FMDQ securities market. And so the bond maturing on the 29th of June 2019 had a price of 100 naira 45 kobo at the end of the day, even though we had average yield contracting about 7 basis points to 16.52%. Notice the others as well are flattish. The bond maturing on the 13th of February came in at 98 naira 90 kobo. 15th of July had 94 naira 80 kobo. But also notice the yield. The yields are still looking quite impressive as investor sentiment towards this segment of the market has continued upbeat in the last couple of trading sessions. Let's quickly take a look at the treasury bills segment of the market. Proceedings in that segment of the market ended on a bullish note, with average yield contracting about 1.44% to 16.67%. Demand occurred mostly at all ends of the curve. Specifically, yield contractions were noticed at the short, mid, and long ends. But taking a look now at these 4, as I already mentioned, the most actively traded, not by transaction volume, I might add. We have the bill maturing on the 6th of April with a rate of 13.07% and yield of 13.21% as well. Let's quickly talk about investors' appetite has continued to remain strong in that segment of the market, and investors and most analysts who we've been talking to over the course of the week expect that to remain strong, particularly for the equities market, as more earnings results come in and, well, tickle investors' sentiments and appetite towards the equities market as well. But we'll come back in just a moment, and hopefully we'll be able to talk to Channels Television Aviation correspondent Bukola Jo Oketubi to get a sense of where the market is. She'll be giving us latest update on what's going on at the Kaduna International Airport. Don't forget that with effect from midnight of yesterday, the Abuja International Airport was temporarily closed will be temporarily closed for the next 6 weeks to allow work to be carried out on the runway. Now, that, of course, has been a long time coming, but that also has highlighted the fact that the aviation sector, the airports in general, need to be overhauled. Just a few days ago, we had a guest on the program who actually said that maintenance really is a very big issue, and most of the states that actually have airports, maybe at this time, do not really need airports. Maybe they need rail stations instead of airports, and have diverted, passengers to most of the larger airports where they can actually fly to their various destinations, and reduce the fact that we have all this proliferation, he said, of airports in most of the states that really do not need those airports anyway. So the Kaduna International Airport will be playing host to a large volume of passengers who will be coming in from Abuja to either take a flight, domestic flight, or to take international flight. And listening to Bukola's report just some few minutes ago, you notice that Ethiopian Airlines is the first international airline to berth in the Kaduna International Airport, and hopefully that's the sign that we'll have more international airlines using that particular facility. We're hoping to talk to Bukola and get an update on this particular story. But Business Morning continues in just a moment. We'll be talking about the commodities market in just a bit, taking a look at the FX issues and, of course, impact on commodities. That's with Ada Akanobi, who is a research analyst with Financial Derivatives Company. I've also got Philip Anegbe, who is an investment analyst with ARM Securities. He's joining me on the program to take a look at the market's reaction to the just unveiled Nigeria Economic Recovery Growth Plan. What's the market thinking about this? And also much later, what's the private sector talking about this newly unveiled plan? Join us again.